What's up, YouTube? We've been trying to do this for a long time, but here it is.
This is the first episode that's actually going to be put on YouTube because we've only been posting clips on either TikTok or Instagram.
Right.
And we have yet to make a full episode and post it all in one clip on YouTube.
You guys have been asking, so we're like, let's just do it.
Mainly, honestly, it's because of the editing. I do all of the editing behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever said that, but it's a lot of work, and doing that for an entire podcast clip instead of just chopping up bits and pieces that I think are funny to post takes so much more work. So I need to finally cut the bullshit and actually post it.
No, I mean, it's great. You have fun doing it too, but like, it's just much more like you guys can see our personalities better, I feel like, in a YouTube video and like.
Well, that, and I think if there's ever a point where someone wants to watch more than just one clip or just a series of them, then this is where that would happen. Yeah. So
it's like you guys are hanging out with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus just like watching us.
We're literally just in our spare bedroom when we film this. And I don't think it'd be fun to eventually do a studio tour where when we turn the cameras around and you can actually see like what this room is and like our home or whatever. Cause
pretty cool.
I mean, we're just in our house and this is our spare bedroom and we built it out to be a little bit of a podcast studio. And so here we are hanging out. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Well, we haven't posted anything. We literally, okay, so to give some context, the last time that we filmed was your birthday. And that was...
Was it?
Yes.
No way.
It was, I literally have the files. It was March 24th. When it was the last time that we filmed. We've posted after that because there's still some clips that I have yet to chop up.
No. Before EDC.
That was right after your birthday. EDC was May. We have not filmed since EDC at all.
Yeah, I guess we filmed in April and then we posted in May.
We haven't filmed in April at all either. It was March 24th, I promise you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and to give you guys some context, we are filming this, it's July 15th. So basically been almost 4 months.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been so frustrating how little we've been filming. But
we've been busy.
Yeah.
Wedding planning.
Yes. There's been a lot of good excuses, I guess, is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Number one, we're planning a fucking wedding.
Right.
And you know what's so funny? One thing that is, you will find out when you and your fiance start planning a wedding is how much your procrastination really starts to show. Yeah. I'm a procrastinator.
I'm a procrastinator.
You are a procrastinator.
It's just because like there are so many things to do and it's overwhelming and it's like once you check off certain boxes, then you're like, okay, well we can check off the next box like the following weekend and then it gets put off to weeks.
Well,
and it's like,
and I think we're both the same in the sense that, and I'm sure many people relate to this, where when you have so much to do, you actually would rather do nothing.
Oh my god!
Instead of if you just had a little bit of something to do, you can just kind of cross those.
It's so overwhelming. I'm so stressed out.
I know, and there's so much to do that I'd rather just be like, all right, fuck this. I'm doing nothing. I'm gonna go take a nap. We'll do it. Do
you
it later.
think we got conditioned that way because of COVID?
No, not at all.
Remember the COVID year where like you wouldn't do anything at all, so you were like antsy about doing anything?
This has been a personality trait / flaw of mine for my entire life. And you can ask some of my classmates about it. I will do papers at midnight. I will do anything last minute, and it's awful. I would be so much further ahead in life should that not be it.
But I feel like, okay, so I've never been that way. I've never like done...
Are you saying you're not a procrastinator? Hold on. Wait, what?
No. I'm not saying that. No, I'm a procrastinator right now, but I'm saying all my life I haven't been. Like I haven't, like you just said, doing a paper at midnight. I don't do that.
Okay.
But right now in my life, I think... I'm getting to that point in my life where I'm like, once I get overwhelmed, it's like overload and I just can't compute.
I think there's a lot of aspects where you procrastinate that I can bring to light instead of you.
Please do. Please go into it.
You've had a bag of clothes, 2 bags of clothes that was in your trunk for literally, 2 years?
I got rid of it.
That you were saying I'm going to donate them?
You can't say that anymore because I already got rid of it.
Finally, after 2 years. And if we took the cameras and went to our bedroom, there's like 3 bags of clothes from Shein that do not fit and she needs to return them. Or
I got them to try them on. You can't try them on.
Can we, sorry, I know we're
Shout out to my sister-in-law for taking those bags of clothes in my car.
Okay, but can we also take a little detour here and talk about Shein and what that means to you?
Shein. I could write a poem, a haiku about Shein and all the clothes that I buy.
Is that pretty common for a lot of girls to be obsessed with Shein like you are?
No, it's not that. It's that it's like, okay.
You order so much from Shein.
If you don't really understand, but I feel like girls out there will understand, like things like cheap clothing that is also trendy. Like it's like Forever 21 on steroids.
It's the fast fashion.
Yeah, it's fast fashion.
Fashion Nova of Shein.
No, Fashion Nova is not fast fashion.
Okay, well, I don't know the difference, but I just look at
Exhibit A.
Okay, well, what is it? What's another equivalent to Shein?
Temu.
But isn't that like an Amazon? Because Shein is strictly clothes almost, is it not?
No, it's not.
Okay, well,
but people only know it for clothes.
Nonetheless, I can't tell you how many times I will open the door and unknowingly see bags and boxes from Shein, and it takes up almost our entire living room, and you're like, babe, I got an entire week's worth of clothing for $8.
It's not $8.
It's so cheap. I've looked through the app on your phone of what's available to you, and it's literally like a full-on ensemble.
Think about it this way. Like all these brands that charge a lot of money for their clothes, they get it from China, right? But they get it in like mass exports. I am just purchasing it directly from China, from someone who made it in China.
I was going to say, you know about the humanitarian issues that Shein, amongst many other companies...
Am I going to get canceled?
I don't know. I mean, considering you participate in Shein...
No, because I checked my tags.
Speaking of which, have you seen that influencer campaign about Shein?
No.
And how they went to China to tour the factory?
And that it's so fake?
Yes.
And that it was like, such a... Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't believe the hype. You should make informed decisions on your own, and if you don't, well, then I can't help you.
That did not blow over well, because that is such everyone was like, that's a whole like lie. It's a conspiracy. It made Shein look really bad because
I agree.
Like they paid influencers to come out there and like pretend that they're going to a warehouse when they really didn't.
Right.
I get it. I understand the controversy behind Shein and the whole like child laborers and labor laws and what's going on down there and like the working conditions. And I support 100% that they should not be working under those conditions. But
you understand though, if they're not working under those conditions and actually have a good working environment, the price that you're paying for those clothes would be triple, correct? And then at that point, would you shop there? No. So then that business ceases to exist without that type of work environment, which is terrible. But then again, it's like, well, there's a lot of people who can't afford more expensive prices.
I don't know. I feel like because it's in China, it's automatically like much cheaper. Like the currency out there is cheaper than ours. And I feel like that's why. It's because the clothing and fabric costs much less.
No, it's not about, I mean, yeah, sure, currency is a part of it and like what people can live off of in one day versus here. But
like 1,000%, the whole like labor and working conditions thing, that is so messed up. And if that's something that could be shut down and could be like realistically brought to life in a way that like they can do something about it, like the government can do something about Shein and their working conditions out there, great. Like
our government?
No, like the Chinese government. But I'm saying like I'm 100% down. Like if I could sign a petition to be like fix their working conditions, but
that's how.
But I'm also saying I like $5 shirts. So I'm saying
you're so getting canceled for saying that.
I know. I'm not saying I support that the working conditions. I'm saying I support the cheap clothes.
You're buying their clothes, so indirectly you are supporting it. It doesn't matter if you say that you do or not, but participating in the purchase of those clothes, you are supporting it. How do you not see that?
Well,
there's no way to shuffle the deck any differently.
You bring up a good point, Christian.
Okay. So I think it'd be best for both of us, and especially your wallet and our closet space, that you just stop shopping from Shein. Agreed?
No, you want me to buy brand name and like designer?
I just want you to stop shopping in general. You don't need more clothes. We have no more space in our closet.
Says the person who bought like 20 things from Prime Day.
Okay, which by the way have nothing to do with our closet space and have everything to do with like I bought surfboards, I bought creatine.
There's literally 2 surfboards right there.
That's okay, fine. And those are surfboards.
And you haven't even opened them. And those got here like 2 days ago.
Because I can't surf with other things that came from it. Oh. I bought creatine and I bought these shorts amongst other things like basic clothes that cost $5.
Where'd you get your shirt from?
Alphalete.
How much was that?
I don't know, a decent amount. It's probably like $20-$30 shirt.
Where do you think I got this from?
I don't know. Is that Alphalete?
It's Shein.
Okay.
How much do you think this was?
Probably a lot cheaper. Anyways, we're getting beside the point. I don't know why we started down this road of Shein. I think you have an unhealthy addiction to Shein.
You're just trying to get me canceled.
Baby, I'm not saying that at all. I think your Shein obsession needs to take a chill pill. That's it.
Then in that case, I think we should start shopping for designer clothes for me.
We can't afford that. What are you talking about?
But I can afford Shein.
Okay, but you also don't need to keep shopping.
That's not true.
Baby, the amount of times that you wear an article of clothing twice is so low. You do not wear something twice. Once you wear it, you basically stock it away and then you just go buy more clothes.
No. So there's a difference. So there's a difference between like me not wearing something more than once, which I do. But there's a difference between me taking a picture in an outfit more than once. If I take a picture,
God forbid.
Listen,
God
if
forbid.
I take a picture in an outfit, I'm no longer wearing that outfit again to be taken a picture in, which means if I go out in an outfit, that outfit is no longer being worn out to be taken pictures of.
Okay, so basically what you just said is once I take a picture in that outfit, I will never wear it out again to potentially take a picture with. And so if there's even a probability that you will take a picture that night, which is very high, then you're not going to wear that outfit again, which basically goes back to my point.
I will wear it privately, just not in, like...
which is very rare. So back to my point. It's very common for you to wear something once and never wear it again. Hence, you just keep cycling through new clothes. And I think that that's a very bad habit.
Dang, okay, so again, I think of it differently. Like, I think of my clothes as like, I like fashion and I like cute clothes and trendy clothes. It's like, this makes me happy.
Me too.
And I spend very little money on it. So I think that's a win-win.
You spend so much money on clothes. You're lying right now.
No,
you spend a lot of money.
Let's talk about something else.
Anyways, this goes all the way back to the point of procrastination and how that has affected our wedding planning.
Yes.
And I think that...
How does this go back to parts?
Well, because talking about procrastination and how that had to deal with your bags of Shein on the floor in the bedroom.
Right.
So
they're still there, by the way.
Yes, and all of this pointing back to the procrastination that lies within our own wedding planning, which it is now in 1 week is 2 months to the date. And
Don't say that, you're stressing me out.
I know, it's stressing me out too. And now that we're in the thick of it, I'm curious as to what your thoughts are about wedding planning.
Well, because we've waited so long to do everything, it's stressing me out.
But even
and it's stressful at this point.
This is my opinion, and don't get mad at me for it. Even if we had years to plan for a wedding, I don't necessarily enjoy it all that much. What?
What do you mean?
I just don't like if I could snap my finger and our wedding was completely organized in the exact way that we wanted it to, and I had to spend zero time and effort actually doing that, I would absolutely snap my finger.
What if I told you you could literally pay someone?
I understand, baby, but we can't afford to pay for a wedding planner considering that we're paying for this entire wedding by ourselves anyways. So
I'm just saying that there is an ability to get it done.
I understand
the way you want to get it done.
that snap of a finger exists in the form of a wedding planner.
Yes.
All I'm saying is if I could skip this whole thing and just get to that wedding day and not have to put any effort into it, I would.
I mean, because, okay, think about it this way, though. The actual part of planning the wedding, we're already pretty much like, we're good. We're set. We've talked about everything we need to talk about. We know what boxes are left to be checked that we already have lined up to be checked. We
Fair
just
enough.
need to like,
Yeah.
we just need to like bite the bullet and check those boxes.
Right.
In terms of like booking and stuff like that, we are good. It's just, I think what's overwhelming us is the big picture, right? It is the day of, the timeline and the decoration and how things are running smoothly. That's it. That's all. I feel like that's I feel like that's what's stressing me out the most is like the big picture day of.
Yeah.
You know, because for me, when it comes to the day of, we have no control. We're just getting ready.
That's a good point. It's once we have the vendors booked, that's not the issue. It's more so about how does the day actually unfold. because we have to set everything up, we have to take everything down, we have to decorate.
Well, no, that's what we're hiring people for.
But I understand is we have to design how they set it up in the first place.
And we have no control because that day of, the reason we have our day of coordinator is because she takes care of everything so that we don't have to worry about it. But I know 100%, even though we're not worrying about it, we're going to be stressed out that day because we're like, is everything going good?
I disagree. I think because since we'll be able to start setting up in the early morning and we have people to do that there will be a solid few hour buffer of when everything is set up and before the actual wedding starts, and then we can actually take a deep breath.
Man.
But nonetheless, like I just genuinely don't enjoy the process of planning that wedding.
I mean,
where now I'm honestly just like, okay, let's just fucking get married already.
Aww,
like
me too.
I just want to get married so that we don't have to worry about that anymore. Because I genuinely feel like I'm back in school where you know that you had a final coming up and it's going to be here in like a couple months and it's like a 12-page paper. It's looming over your head, right? Yes. And you just haven't started it. And it just gives you like that little angst.
Yeah.
Like
you were putting off the stress and anxiety about it. And now it's like you have to deal with that.
It's becoming a reality.
You're like, oh.
Yes. Shit. And it's not like a fun reality in this moment. Eventually, of course, it will be fun.
Yeah.
But
okay. So I'm kind of going to veer off topic just a slight bit.
What?
But it's also because during all this happening, like there's life happening, right? There's events happening.
Oh, well, yeah.
There's people's events happening around it. And it's like, you can't stop life as well. So like the time that we would spend being able to check those boxes off, there are things going on.
Well, yeah, because we're actually working and we have a life and we're going on vacations and we went to EDC and random events that we're going to during the weekends that we could spend planning. And then when we're done working and going to the gym and we're home having dinner, all we want to do is chill. We don't want to spend more time planning because it feels more like work. Mm-hmm. And it's so frustrating because I know we need to do it.
Right.
I just, it really frustrates me because all I want to do is sit on the couch and watch some YouTube before I go to bed.
I think, like we should probably like make a little list of like, okay, what do we actually need to do at this point for us to kind of relieve some stress? Because
You're
I feel
really
like
good at that though. You're so good.
I'm very organized.
Yes, you built an entire Google sheet with like multiple like tabs and stuff that have all the vendors and
the budget,
all of our costs,
and everything.
All the guest list, which we still need to order our invitations. That's another thing, which shouldn't take too long. But that's another. It's just I just want to get it over with. Is that bad? Is that bad to say?
No, because I feel the same way. Because that's why I resort to spreadsheets and that I try to be organized like that, because if I don't and I can't visually see this is the list, this is the stuff, and this is the whatever, I will stress out because I'm like, there's so many things and I don't know where they are. But now I can see them.
When it's like abstract and you don't know the specific like quantifiable work that you have to do, it gets very stressful.
So I feel like the spreadsheet helps.
Yeah.
But I haven't updated it in a minute.
But it's just like, fuck, I still need to go get my suit. I still need to potentially get it tailored.
This is, I'm telling you, as soon as I got my dress, big stress reliever off me.
Okay, but as a guy, finding a suit is so much less stressful than a girl finding a wedding dress. It depends
on what you want, and I feel like what you want is a little harder.
Just the color, which is olive green, and I think that's not that uncommon.
Yeah.
But like, if I genuinely wanted to, I could find a suit and have it tailored and done maybe a week before the wedding.
You know where I can get you a suit? Shein.
No way.
Yes.
Ew. That thing would probably be it would probably feel like cardboard. It's probably built for a demographic that's not built like me, not to go down that route, but companies like H&M, companies like Shein, like they're just built for smaller frames. So their XL for me would still be... What are you trying
to say?
I'm just saying that I'm a little bit bigger than standard Asian sizes. That's it.
Yeah.
So I do not think that'd be a good idea.
You don't want to I feel like you only need it for one day. You're going to take it off anyways.
Seen it. Literally, even in my own work pant suits, however you would say that, even in my own... Like when I would before working remotely and I had to wear a suit every day, there was literally a time when I bent down too quickly and I ripped my pants. And that's in
it was a SpongeBob moment.
It was in an American-made suit that was also stretch material. So what do you think the odds would be if you got me a suit from Shein that would rip? Almost guaranteed.
Well, okay, you could get your suit jacket from Shein and then just take it off at later in the night.
Even then, I'd rather just get it all from one place.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's more work, I don't know, for you to get a suit than anybody else.
Yeah.
I feel like you've had you've had to like custom make your thing sometimes because you have a nice figure, but you have a very like you have a specific figure. Like you need clothes that fit your body because the clothes that fit your body are like custom made.
Well, only in the sense that sometimes my waist is a little bit smaller.
You got a big butt.
My legs are a little bit bigger. And like my shoulders are a little bit.
You
wider.
have a small waist, a big booty.
That's so easily,
arms and shoulders, and then like
that's very easily
like the
fixable.
V, and it's like how
You're very over exaggerating this, by the way. That's not even close. Literally, they can see me right
they
now,
can
and
see
they're like,
you.
"What the fuck are you talking about?"
No, they're literally.
I'm literally. I don't know. This is not very flattering at all.
No, they can see what I'm talking about.
I completely disagree. But even then, I feel bad for saying it, but I just genuinely like want to get this over with, like whole wedding process.
I feel the same way, but not in the sense of like, oh, it's annoying. I feel like I'm just stressed out at this moment. But I'm what I mean by I want to get this over with is I want to be done with planning and be able to look forward to the day.
But even then, even if planning is completely done, I feel like there's still going to be some stress because there's logistics that you can't go through until the day of,
right?
And that stress will not go away until the wedding is done. And so it's like, fuck.
Well, that's what rehearsal's for.
That's so pointless. The only rehearsal that happens, and that's another topic, talking about rehearsal dinners, I think that's quite pointless considering all it is the coordinator and the wedding party. And it's like, okay, you're walking with this person, go at this point. And then after that, dinner time.
No.
I think that's such a waste of money. We're not doing that.
Waste of money? No, we're not spending money.
Okay, that's definitely the case.
What are we spending money on for a rehearsal?
No, I'm just saying for the wedding in general. That rehearsal dinner is just another added cost on top of the wedding cost.
Wait, if you do a rehearsal, do you have to do a rehearsal dinner?
If you don't, that's kind of weird and fucked up that you're asking all these people to show up for you guys and to not feed them and just say, okay, that's it. Now you know. Bye. See you tomorrow.
But they're
like, no, that's fucked up.
We're feeding them at the wedding.
Okay, and if you're asking for their time, imagine inviting someone over for dinner and just not having any food or drinks for them.
That's different. You're inviting them for dinner. You're not inviting them for a rehearsal dinner. You're inviting them for a rehearsal.
Inviting them over to your home and for just to hang out. If you do not have anything to offer them in terms of food or drinks, that's kind of rude, in my opinion.
I don't know.
But we're hopefully going to have a great time. I know we're going to have a great time. It's just the stress and the money and the anxiety tied to all of it beforehand, I do not enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, and it's funny because I feel like people were starting to stress this out, like...
Let's wrap it up in 2 minutes, okay?
Okay. I feel like people were starting to stress this out, like... I feel like people were starting to stress this out way ahead of time, and we didn't need to be.
Oh, that's another thing. And sorry to interrupt you, but everyone keeping up with your own wedding is so frustrating in the sense of like, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? And it's like, stop. Just let me do it.
But it's
especially for you because you're a girl.
People are just excited and they want to know what you're doing. But for me, I like to keep certain things private, and that's why like I haven't shared my wedding dress ideas with anyone.
Yeah,
I went by myself to get my wedding dress. I just want it to be something that you are able to experience in front of everyone.
Yeah,
at the same time because that's sacred to me. But yeah, I mean, I just definitely want that moment where it's like. You see me and everybody sees me, and I it was sacred to me because it was like I want that moment to be special for us.
Yes.
And it's like
Ooh, actually, sorry. One question: would you be annoyed / mad if you walk down the aisle, I see you, and we get married, and at no point I did not cry? Would that upset you? I feel like it would. You want me to cry, don't you?
Why is my camera off?
It's not. It's just.
Oh. I didn't say I want you to cry. But I feel like if it's an emotional day for you and it's an emotional day for me and I'm crying and you're not crying, then I'd be like,
What, you think I would love you?
See you!
Count your blessings,
darling.
I don't know. Whoever filmed that clip was really funny.
Yeah.
We're already saying that all the time now.
I know, but I'm not saying you have to cry. I'm not saying the men have to cry, but I feel like it's very endearing to see like a husband cry, to see his bride coming.
depending on the context.
What do you mean?
Obviously, wedding day, sure, but 9 times out of 10, women do not want to see men
No,
cry.
no, no. I'm saying on your wedding day,
Yeah,
it's very endearing for your husband to be crying while you're walking down the aisle because
Sure.
it is like, that means that it's hitting him
Okay.
in his manhood, that it's like,
So-
oh my God, my wife.
Then I need to cry, basically.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because you will
You
probably...
could just shed a tear and
you
then
will
just...
probably turn around and say, see you.
Count your blessing. My mom's going to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to cry.
Okay.
But if you just have a little tear and then just wipe it, we're good.
Okay. Like, I
Okay.
can control how much I cry.
Yes.
No, that's not true at all.
But I feel like you're going to cry.
But with all of that being said, we're getting married in a couple months, and we haven't been filming. We're going to make that a priority now, and even up until the wedding, and after our wedding, during our honeymoon, whatever that would be. We want to make this a priority because we have so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
We hope that you have as much fun watching it as much as we do filming it. And we can't wait to bring you more content in the future.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, whether it's every day that we film, every week, we're just trying to bust out as much content as much as possible. That's mainly on me, has nothing to do with Nelly, because I'm the editor, so once this is filmed, it basically all falls on me, and she's the one
It's on both of us.
No, because you only manage the social media part of it, so if you don't have anything to post, then you're just kind of sitting there, right? Which... I'm not throwing any jabs. That's not what I meant.
Damn.
No, that's not what I meant at all. I'm just saying if I don't give you any clips to post, then you don't have any work to do.
It's going to be fun because we have a lot of things that we've been, like, ideas that we want to, like, experiment with in terms of podcasts and different environments or different, like, you know, games or something that's, like, fun and that you guys want to see. So we've been getting a lot of, like, suggestions, which we so appreciate. Like, keep the suggestions coming because we love seeing those. And I think it'll be good. We need to we're going to be prioritizing filming for you guys, even though we have wedding planning coming up.
Yes.
But
this is way more important than us getting married. I'm just kidding.
With that note.
and
the
we're not getting
wedding's
married.
over.
Wedding's off. Fuck. God damn it.
But anyways, we appreciate you guys.
Thanks
we
for
love
tuning
you
in.
guys.
Yes. This has been quite the onda.
Yes, and thank you for 10K on Instagram. So amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely been satisfying seeing
yes.
that.
We
But
love
literally,
the support.
we see our Instagram following go down a little by little because of how inactive it's been. So we need to make that a change.
Yeah.
So,
No, we were prioritizing it.
all right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll make sure to see you soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.